Now, Catherine is back in the kitchen this morning and she's spoiling us. Do you like it, Tommy?
I'm looking forward to trying it, yeah.
You never tried
Never
one?
have it, no.
I don't know if I would know.
He's too young for that,
It wouldn't be something I'd be ordering normally, no.
Yeah. So you don't think
see
you've
it on
ever
menus.
had a proper Black Forest Gateau cake?
Listen, I've had that many cakes over the years, Al. It'd be hard. But I'm normally just like Madeira, sponge cake, whatever else. But listen,
Yeah,
will you
to try it.
Will you get stuck into it there so we can...
Well, you're going to get into it.
So cherries, what makes Black Forest Gateau different?
There's chocolate in it. You melt chocolate, for
right.
starters.
Okay.
And there's chin cherries or fresh cherries or dry cherries. I'll come on to them in a minute. Now, about 20 minutes ago, I put this bowl with 200 grams, 7 ounces of chocolate. And like last week, we're doing we're doing savoury next week, you'd be glad to hear. I did 50-50, you said plain.
Yeah, plain and dark. Yeah.
And into that, I put 2 tablespoonfuls of milk. And you just slowly melt it over the heat. Then to that, we're going to add 200 grams again, 7 ounces of butter. And it helps if the butter is chopped up like I have it here.
Oh, for God's sake, look at the amount of butter that's got.
Where the flavour is, Al. That's where the flavour is.
He's off now.
Oh, my God, look
He's
at
off.
the amount of butter.
But look at the size of the cake we get out of it.
Well, that's
It's
true,
huge,
yeah.
Yeah, so
3 layers.
3 layers. Now, we simply put the beater into that and we just beat the butter through. Now, this won't take very long because the chocolate is still hot.
Yeah,
So you blend it down
everything's
very
melting in it,
quickly.
yeah.
Yep. There we go. So to that, we're going to add now 200 grams, 7 ounces of golden caster sugar. And we beat that through. So it's really simple if you get yourself prepared.
So you mix each one individually, Catherine, do you?
Exactly.
All
Yep.
right.
Now, at home now, I generally spend a little bit longer than that just beating it. Now, into that, I'm going to add...
Why now? Because that's not beaten enough, really, is it? You need it to be
yeah.
truly
You want to get a
battered.
little bit thicker, but that takes a bit long, but it'll work fine. Now, here we have 150 grams, that's 5 ounces, of our self-raising flour. And we just sieve that in. Now, if you don't have a sieve, it's not the end of the world, but it does help to get it nice and light afterwards. So now
And
we
now
just,
you just
gently
fold
fold
that
that in,
in,
exactly.
And
with
you
the
don't
large...
use the beater for that one?
No, just a large metal spoon. And for folding, no matter what you're making, if you have a large bowl and a large metal spoon, you will get the job done an awful lot quicker. Now, to that, we're going to add our 3 egg yolks, roughly 1 egg yolk at a time. Half the second one went in there. Just gently mix that through.
And why would you put them in at one at a time, Catherine?
Because they blend quicker into the mixture.
Oh, OK.
There, that one has gone in.
Yeah.
We put the last 2 in now while we're at it. Now,
Fire it in, yeah.
Fire
This
it in.
liter, it's only for us.
Lorry it in, as the fellow says. Now, I have the 3 egg yolks there, and before we came on into the kitchen here, I stiffly beat my 3 egg whites. So you start by separating the eggs.
OK.
And here we have our...
Over the head there.
Over the head.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Now,
Oh, wow.
and a tip, if you're stiffly beating egg whites, have the eggs at room temperature. Some people keep them in a fridge. I don't, but some people do. And at room temperature, and add a pinch of salt. And that will get a lot more volume.
There's a lot of stuff going into this, isn't there?
Yeah, well, Black Forest Gateau is quite a rich cake, Alan, you know.
And you
So
were
now-
saying, like, it's something that you would have made a lot years ago.
An awful lot. In actual fact, I mentioned there that you can use fresh cherries, they're in season at the moment, or dried cherries, and reconstitute them with boiling water, because I found it very hard to get tin cherries yesterday.
Oh.
Very, very hard.
There you go. Well, sure,
So-
fresh, real ones are even nicer again, wouldn't they be?
They are, absolutely, yeah. So now, that's that done. We're just going to transfer that now to 3 7-inch sandwich tins. And do this as evenly as you can.
Oh, yeah, to get the 3 layers.
even layers, yeah.
How long would that go in for then, Catherine?
This goes into 350, 180, gas mark 4 for about 20 minutes.
Oh,
That's all it
20
takes.
minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're just going to divide that. Ooh, that's quite heavy. That's roughly a
that.
third.
Right, Alan.
And a third.
Are we gonna
Do you want? Will I slice? Will I cut a slice for you?
I mean, it's not fair. It's just sitting
just
there,
sitting there.
isn't it?
You're going to have some now while I assemble.
Yeah. While you assemble
The one
that,
we've
I'll
made
cut
here.
this so
Look
Tommy
at
can
the
start.
size of it.
Oh.
If you're using the tinned cherries,
Yeah.
you keep the juice, reserve some of the juice for making the syrup.
Whoops.
Now,
All right,
Tommy,
so the syrup and all has to be made, of course.
Sorry.
It has to be made as well.
your
Thank
first
you.
ever
Thank you.
Black Forest Gateau. You think?
Oh, yeah, I think.
Now I was going to get you to come down for this, Al, but here we go. I'll just get them in there for about 20 minutes. And I've the
Don't
syrup
worry
made.
about that, Catherine. We need to. We're short on time, so let's
Very
get
short on time. So here we go. My 3 cakes. The syrup.
Delicious.
Is it?
Yum.
You like it? And now, the Kirsch is a traditional liqueur you use for this. But if you can't get Kirsch, you could use rum, or
What
if
is
you didn't.
Kirsch?
Kirsch is a cherry liqueur, actually.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you can't get cherries, you could use rum. Or if you didn't want to use alcohol, you could use apple juice or any other fruit juice of your choice.
And just
Now-
some
Kirsch
cream.
and just some cream and loaded on kind of on
So we do
top.
now. Now here I have some whipped cream.
Because there's cherries in
What's
that
in
cream
that?
I've
as well.
chopped cherries, chopped some cherries.
I
and
was
Oh,
stuff.
you
wondering
chopped.
that.
So I was wondering what it was. Looked like chocolate chips or something.
Yeah, no, chopped
Could taste
chopped
them.
cherries. More chopped cherries.
And then the one in the middle. Oh, you're putting it on 3.
Correct.
Sure, you have some on top
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
of course, yeah.
I tell you
Now,
what, Catherine, it's gorgeous.
you always put a thinner layer on each side of the cake, as we've done there. Now we're just going to finish off with
A big dollop of cream on the
dollop
top.
on top. Hello.
Look at that.
And then I've got some fresh cherries, like you see there on top.
Yeah.
So
Here
we're
it
just
is
going
there.
to
Look at that cut.
just
Beautiful.
put a... Did it cut okay for you?
Yeah. It's lovely.
Imagine getting a
Catherine,
Black Forest Gateau done.
absolutely delicious.
As
Listen,
quick as
Black
this.
Forest Gateau, my first ever, I think. And
And you like it?
Look
It
at that.
definitely
Look at
did
it.
not-
Does. It looks beautiful there,
did
Catherine,
not
in fairness.
disappoint.
Show me the layers.
Look at that. Look
at
at the
that.
layers on it there.
Are they good?
Beautiful. And then the cherries on top.
And then cherries on top.
Thanks very much for that.
There's our
again.
Black Forest.
Super.
Super. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Very good. Thank you, Catherine. Listen now, up next, Age is No Barrier for Love. We chat to one of the stars from tonight's show of Generation Dating. That's coming up after the break.